This video is to present the Far Cry 3 map editor and a map that I've created called Dead Mountain. The map is extremely large and this video is rather long at 28 minutes. It's kind of divided into segments. The first is to show the sound effects. I like thunder and rain, but I'm going to show the map with sunshine. So it'll be a little better with the lights on. You'll be able to see more of the details, although I use a sling box on a Mac, so I can't record it in HD, standard definition. It does look pretty good considering, but on my screen it looks pretty amazing. I haven't finished the map. I've put some buildings and structures on to show scale and scope of the map, but there's foliage and things that I need to put on. The tour of the video is basically in sections. I'll do a like a live play tour, which we're doing right now, and I'll talk some, and there'll be some dead bits of silence. You can either watch the whole video or kind of skip around. Later on in the video, I'll show vehicles and weapons, as well as a flyby tour. So I think the Far Cry sound effects are pretty amazing. The vehicles are kind of interesting. It's kind of rugged and rustic, and there's quite a variety of vehicles to put in the map. The lighting is pretty amazing. The painting of the textures is pretty awesome. That they gave you so many varieties of different things to use to color the map and to put on the map that I'm blown away. It's so much better than the Far Cry 2 or the Far Cry Instincts Predator map editors. So I made the roads narrow and bumpy and with the cliffs really close so that nobody can drive right past you. I made this map on Far Cry Instincts Predator, and the roads were a lot wider, so guys would drive right past each other, one flying to the bottom, one flying to the top, and there'd never be a battle. That bridge that goes over the top is a mistake that I forgot to erase, so you'll get to see a swinging bridge that's not really supposed to be on the map. This is a little lake on top of the mountain that I created. The amazing part of this is it's new to the Far Cry 3 map editor is you can actually put water at higher elevations. The previous version, you can only put it right at the very bottom. Anyway, the wildlife, lizards. I placed these lizards on the map. There's a blue one. There's a couple green ones. I think there's even a red one. You'll see a couple of turtles. There's snakes. There's birds, bears, tigers. It's absolutely amazing. So there's this badass Komodo dragons. There's actually 3 different ones in the game. I don't quite know why they created 3 different ones. And this one actually is going to come after me. I think that's hilarious. He's going to attack me. You can see the wake in the water of the dragon swimming under the water after me. I think that's great. There's waterfalls in this game, which is fantastic. That's a new addition to the Far Cry 3 map editor. There's a wide variety of waterfalls as well as rapids. So I'm guessing that the map block that we're working with is about 40% larger than it was in Far Cry Instinct's Predator. I created this map originally there, and I recreated it on Far Cry 3, and there's a lot more space. There's a section down there that we're not going to tour because it's just another section. They've created a lot of additional items to put on the map, including construction equipment, construction supplies. They got explosive barrels like they had in Far Cry 2. They do a nice job of exploding. I love the rugged roads, and that as you can see, the map is pretty large with a lot of road. I got a little work to do on cleaning up the colors of it, but I like the dune buggy a lot. So all the trees and the shrubs and the rocks and the brush is all put on the map by me. We're going to go on a little hunt here. We're going to hunt us a warthog and hunt us a bear. There's a couple of bears, and got to stay away from one of them so I don't get killed, mauled myself. So this vehicle right here, I turned it and angled it and made it look like it was leaned up against the rock. However, I didn't pay enough attention to make sure it was up against the rock, so I got a little work to do on that. Just wanted to make a comment. That was a pretty badass takedown of that bear. That was pretty good animations, and I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so what happened there was that I went to get on the hang glider and fly around, but I had the hang glider placed badly and I kept falling off of it. Since recording the video, I've actually gone back and fixed that and changed it up a little bit, so this airport looks different already. Um, but there's a hang glider up there that you can fly around. However, it doesn't work right now, so for the video, I'm just going to run down the road. I see as I go through the video here that the walls are kind of bad. It doesn't look like a cliff. There's some smoothing that needs to happen. Since recording the footage, I've gone back, smoothed this out, colored it up nicely. It looks a lot better. Like I said, I made the footage because I was anxious to show Far Cry 3 map editor off. I'm pretty amazed. So I decided to come back to the construction area to show some of the weapons. Might as well blow up some barrels. So all of the weapons are right here on the map for us to for me to kind of sample. Okay, so that blew up like that because on that cart over there was a giant ammo pile that I had placed for use on the map, and that's why that explosion lasted for so long. So one of my favorite things about Far Cry is the fact that you can jump from outer space into a 1-inch mud puddle and survive. I like the loud splash after a long fall too, so here we go. So we even have aquatic wildlife. I'm going to try to look around and swim for some. We're going to see a little school of fish. We're going to see a little manta ray as well. So apparently I can't hold my breath for very long, so I can't get a good look at it. The water is lake water. There are other types of water that are clear. I just chose that type of water. Anyway, we're back to where we started at the beginning of the map. Now I'm going to show you with the map editor tools, I'm going to actually show you some of the wildlife in these next little bits. There's a manta ray. You can see them just under the surface. There's a school of fish that I placed. You can see you have a little icon for everything. If we go over to this part of the water, down below there's a sea turtle. Another school of fish over there you can see. This is actually an eel. I thought that's pretty cool. And another school of fish. Now, this is the map editor, and this is what it looks like when I fly around the map and place things on the map. You can turn them, and you can raise them in the air and sink them into the ground. It's absolutely amazing what the Far Cry map editor allows you to do. Unfortunately, in Far Cry 3, Ubisoft decided to take the weapons, the AI, so there's no wildlife and no friendly or unfriendly mercs, and the vehicles out of multiplayer. So essentially, I can create this wonderful map with all these awesome vehicles, the landscape, the water, the weapons. I can build everything. I can create an amazing environment to play a video game in. But then when I post it to play online, they take all the vehicles and the weapons off of it, and there's no animals. I just don't understand it. I know the video's been pretty long, but you got a nice view of quite a bit of the Far Cry 3 map editor, and this is an enormous map. I built a smaller map. I have one called Mincemeat Pie that is just a dinky little island. Um, I think this is a great game. I wish that they would have made the map editor multiplayer friendly. Hopefully they realized that they made a big mistake and they fixed that. Uh, there was also a bow and arrow on this game, which surprised me, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and if they ever fix the weapons and vehicles issue on the multiplayer maps, I highly recommend this game.